I love a book where the author throws a whole lot down on the very first page. Somehow or another, sometimes I think I might be a bit of an infantile reader because I don't want to wait until page 50 to work out what's going on and who goes where and so forth. I do like the instant gratification that often comes with adolescent fiction, where you know where you are and what's about to happen very quickly. Not that The Snow Child is adolescent fiction, certainly not, but the author has given us a tremendously engaging start to a novel. Everyone I know who's read it, who's just read the first few pages, instantly just is sort of compelled forward into the book. So I look pretty closely at the first bit that she writes and exactly how much information is given and how much intrigue there is, because of course these two things are usually not best friends. If you give a lot of information, you're usually not creating intrigue. If you're creating intrigue, you're usually not giving a lot of information. So, I'm just looking at the very first page. We've got Chapter 1, Wolverine River, Alaska, 1920. Okay. Mabel had known there would be silence. That was the point, after all. No infants cooing or wailing, no neighbour children playfully hollering down the lane, no pad of small feet on the wooden stairs worn smooth by generations, or clackety-clack of toys along the kitchen floor. All those sounds of her failure and regret would be left behind, and in their place there would be silence. Okay, so we've just got the first paragraph here. So Mabel, we know, is our main character. We know this from the get-go. Her name's Mabel. It's the first word of the book. This is going to be a character who we sympathise with. We know that because she's experienced some tremendous tragedy here. She's suffering still, and of course our heart goes out to her. So Mabel had known there would be silence. Good. And that was the point after all. And here one of the things that I really, that takes me to the next point is the word silence. And in that I think somehow it's synonymous with a sort of death, with a sort of emptiness, a void, nothing. What does she want? Nothing. And that doesn't mean she doesn't want for anything. It just means there is nothing there for her. And that was the point. She wants there to be nothing. Then what we've got, really interesting, is a list of negations where the author starts 3 sentences in a row with the word no. No infants cooing or wailing. And I love the pairing of those two words. Cooing we associate with happy, content babies, wailing with discontent babies. But both of these are really evocative words that really pull on the heartstrings. No neighbour children playfully hollering down the lane. And we can everyone can imagine that sound of kids mucking around with balls and toys and creating stupid adventures for themselves as they walk past your house. No pad of small feet on the wooden stairs, worn smooth by generations. And here we're given the clue that this is the end of the line. With Mabel, she is the end of the generational line. She will bear no fruit. No clickety-clack of toys along the kitchen floor. And the author here uses the onomatopoeia, the clickety-clack, the sound of some sort of wooden toy rolling its way across a floor with a small kid pulling it or pushing it. All those sounds of her failure and regret would be left behind. And in their place there would be silence. So we have encoded in this the idea that she has chosen to go there. She has chosen to go to Alaska, the sounds left behind. And they're the sounds of her failure and regret. So we can assume here that she has failed to reproduce and that she is trapped in the regret of that moment. And in their place there would be silence. There would be emptiness. She would go to a place where the sound of the silence matched the emptiness of her experience. Beautiful paragraph, eh?